everyone, and welcome once again to Checkpoint. Yay! I'm really glad you're here, and as usual, we bring you good stuff here at Checkpoint. I want to start by saying thank you so much for all that you do for us. Thank you for liking our videos. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. And because of all that you do, our message is able to reach a wider audience. And for all of this, I want to say thank you. All right, so today on Checkpoint, I have a very interesting topic for you, something that would really be a blessing to your life. Remember that at Checkpoint, we educate, we equip, and we empower you with valued, very valuable videos that will change your life forever. So today is not an exception, and I'm so glad you are here right now. Now you know what you must do for me. Just one thing. Please invite your friends, relations, associates, and neighbors. Let them know that Checkpoint is on right now. So what are you waiting for? Please invite them. Share that link, all right? Share the link everywhere on your social media platforms, on the private messages. Let them know they have to join now, because good stuff is always shared here on Checkpoint. All right, I'll give you a little time to do that, and I'll be back right after the break. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to Checkpoint. So today I have a very interesting topic I would like to share with you. And my topic is a simple one: obstacles to fulfilling destiny. Obstacles to fulfilling destiny. That's what I'll be sharing with you. So the essence of sharing with you the obstacles to fulfilling destiny is so that you know these obstacles and also avoid them, because it's of no use that you know obstacles and then you don't avoid them, right? So the essence is so that you know what these obstacles are and then you avoid them, because when you avoid them, of course, you'll be able to fulfill your destiny. Can I tell you that everyone who God has created, God created with an intention. God created with a knowing that this person is meant to fulfill destiny. But the question is this: why is it that some people seem not to be fulfilling destiny? Why is it that some people seem to be pushing hard and doing whatever they have to do, but some others are just there, you know, they are not able to do all that God has placed in their hearts to do? And you cannot find yourself in that situation. You cannot live like that. You have to live more intentionally, all right? You have to fulfill the destiny that God has placed for you, the destiny that God has positioned for you, and you cannot slack, all right? So there's no time for slacking, no slacking. Can you say it with me in the comment section so that I know you are actually listening to me? So say no slacking at all. All right, so it's not time to slack. It's time to push. It's time to achieve your vision. It's time to become all that God has proposed for you to be. Because yes, you can. Yes, you can. Nothing is qualified or allowed or permitted to stop you anymore. Yes, you can. You can fulfill destiny. You can become all that God has desired for you to be. But remember, you have to be willing first. You have to be willing. You have to know that this is what I want to do with my life, with my destiny, and then you go ahead to do it. Remember, it is not enough for you to just have ambitions. It is more important that you have a vision. So what is a vision? A vision is a mental picture of your preferred future. And when you understand what that vision actually is, then and only then will you be able to know what you will need to be able to fulfill that vision in your life. Invariably fulfilling destiny. I am rooting for you and I want you to fulfill your destiny. But if you don't know what that destiny is, what else can anyone do for you? So first and foremost, I am talking to people who already know what their assignment here on earth is. I'm talking to people who have already figured out what it is they're supposed to do here on earth. And then I'm going to show you what those obstacles are. Because when you know what the obstacles are, you can avoid them, right? All right, so many years ago in the year 1912, there was a particular ship, the Titanic ship, and this Titanic ship was sailing, and it had branched off to some other point, and there was no challenge, there was no technical error, no challenge at whatsoever inside the ship. And this ship was a magnificent ship. It has been created to withstand pressures and stuff like that. So these people who were the crew in the ship had more confidence in the ship than they even had in God. As a matter of fact, one of them said that this is the ship that even God cannot sink. And then they sailed on that fateful day in 1912, and then along the way there were watchers who told them that there was an iceberg on the way. There was an iceberg somewhere in the ocean, so that they could avoid it. But they had too much confidence. They were just relaxed, enjoying themselves, gisting and chatting their way. And then what happened? Because they did not look out for this obstacle, this ship eventually hit a very powerful iceberg, and that was the beginning of the downfall of that greatest ship, in quotes, that God cannot sink. You see, even an ordinary iceberg, one of the little things that God had created, sank that ship simply because they did not look out for obstacles. Listen to me, for everything you want to do in your life, for every journey you want to take, for every endeavor you want to carry out, there is what we call obstacles. And obstacles are not there to scare you. Obstacles are actually there to stop you, but you cannot allow those obstacles to stop you. Why? Because you know better. And now when you know better, you are meant to do what? Do better. So that is just what it is. So today, I'll be sharing with you once again, obstacles to fulfilling destiny. I want you to know what those obstacles are, so that when you get to know what those obstacles are, you'll be able to avoid them and invariably have a very powerful destiny. I'd like to share with you obstacle number one. So obstacle number one is problem of self. The problem of self. Do you know we cannot even begin to talk about all the external problems or all the external obstacles if you have not talked about the internal obstacle. You are the reason why you have not gone far. You are the reason why you have not advanced. You are the reason why you have not become all that God wants you to be. And somebody will be like, no, I'm doing all that I can, but hear me out first. If you believe you can, yes, you can. And if you believe you can't, yes, you cannot. So that's just how it is. Number one, you have to believe that you are able to fulfill what God has placed in your hands. And let me tell you, even if people do not believe in you, but you believe in yourself, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. As a matter of fact, if people refuse to believe in you, you can still succeed. But if you don't believe in yourself, who will help you? Nobody can help you. You can't even become what you are meant to be, because even you do not believe in yourself. That is why you have to make sure that you overcome this problem of self. Another problem of self is the problem of self-awareness, lack of self-awareness. Okay, so you are out there, you are watching me, and you have a vision, but you don't even know what it is you are meant to do. All right, you don't even know what it is you are meant to do. You don't even know yourself. You don't even know your capabilities. You don't know your area of strengths. You don't know your area of weaknesses. You don't know your boundaries. You don't know your high places, your strong places, and your strengths. You don't even know what your weaknesses are. If you do not know that, you will fall for everything. If you do not know where your weaknesses are, you will fall for everything. If you know where your strengths are, you'll be able to work more on your strengths, invest in your strength, and then leave out the rest. The problem that most people have is also the problem of identity crisis. Many people do not know who they truly are. They do not know what they truly are capable of doing. So because of that, they look all around. They are busy comparing themselves with others and forgetting that they are unique. They are peculiar. They are powerful and special. And because of that, they lose sight of who they are meant to be. So if you're out there and you're watching me right now and you are having issues with your identity, I'd like you to go back in prayer to God and ask God, who am I really? Who am I meant to be? What was I meant to achieve? How far am I meant to go? Because these are the things that will truly help you. You can't be having identity crisis now. You should be able to know who you are, what you have, how far you are able to go. These are things that help you to identify who you truly are, and that is something you have to do for yourself. As a matter of fact, no matter how learned or understanding your parents are, your friends are, your mentors are, they cannot help you with this. You have to understand who you are. You have to figure out who you are, what you are capable of, what are your areas of strength, what are your areas of weakness, how far can you go, where is your limit, where are your boundaries. These are things you have to discover for yourself. So when I'm talking about the problem of self, I've talked about you believing in yourself. I've talked about you on having self-awareness, and I've also talked about you having your identity clear. Know who you are meant to be. Know who you are meant to be. Nobody is going to do that for you. If you want to fulfill destiny, know where your capabilities are. How will you be able to fulfill the talent that God has given to you if you do not even know who you are or the talents that you possess? There are skills that you might have acquired, but there are talents that God gave you from birth. There are gifts that you have that you received the moment you were born, and as you were growing up, you discover that these gifts were there. Please hone those gifts, hone those skills, hone those talents, and become the very best version of yourself. I tell you, you can do it. You can be it. You can become all that God has ever destined for you to be. So that's the number one obstacle to fulfilling your destiny, because if you do not believe in yourself, you're not self-aware, you do not have understanding of your identity, it will be difficult for you to fulfill your destiny. Now let's talk about number two obstacle to fulfilling your destiny. Are you ready? All right, let's talk about number two. Number two obstacle to fulfilling your destiny is what I call lack of right networking. Lack of right networking. I must tell you something. I have discovered in this little time I have spent here on earth that there are things you can never ever do without people. People matter. I want you to keep this in your head. People matter. People matter. I like you to type it in the comment section if you are listening to me right now. People matter. And let me know the points that stand out for you. Also type it in the comment section. If you agree with what I'm saying, type it in the comment section. I want to be sure that you are here so that I can also be happy that you joined me on this program. So people matter. Lack of networking is an obstacle to fulfilling destiny. Everything you are doing, there is somebody somewhere who has something to complement or contribute to what you are doing. In fact, as a matter of fact, there is something you are doing currently that you may not be very good at, but there is somebody out there who can teach you how to make it better, who will hold your hand and show you the way. Networking is powerful. Networking is important. There are people all around you that you may be despising today, but they are the reason why you have not advanced further. They are the reason why you have not become everything you are meant to be. See, there is somebody around you in your life or even far away from you that you need to connect with in order to become better. Opportunities lie in men. Let me say that again. Opportunities lie in men. Many of us are lifting up our hands to heaven and we say, oh God, bless us with opportunity. Oh God, bless us with opportunity. True to it, it is God that will touch the person that would touch you. But then, if you are always just lifting up your hands and then you are not connecting with people, you are not reaching out to the people that matter, you're not reaching out to the people who know what you want to achieve and help you to achieve it, you're not reaching out to the people who will put their hands together with your hands and make your vision work, you will be living an illusion of a life, because there is no way you'll be able to achieve anything. If you are singing a song, you need somebody to produce the song for you. You need somebody to add a line or two to your songs. You need somebody to tell you, this is not musically correct. Do this and do that and put it this way, and then it will work. If you're writing a book, you need somebody to read your book and say, no, this part is not making much sense. You have to connect these points. So you need somebody to tell you what to do. No matter your area, your sphere of endeavor, you need somebody. You need somebody. We cannot ignore the fact that we need people. We cannot ignore the fact that we need people in our lives. Networking is key. Can I say it again? Networking is key. Opportunities lie in people. The opportunity you are waiting on God for, God will touch somebody to touch you. God will touch somebody to open a door for you. God will touch somebody to hold you by the hand. God will touch somebody to pay for you so that you can be able to achieve or do what you want to do. Opportunities lie in people. Many people make the mistake of their life when they despise others, when they look down on others, when they assume that, I am self-made. I heard that word a lot. But listen to me. You are not self-made. You are grace-made. You are God-made. Someone like me, I am not self-made. I am God-made. God has made me by himself. God has brought people my way who have contributed their own little quota here and there to help my destiny, to help my life. I am a product of the help of God through people. Let me say this again. I am a product of the help of God through people. People will come around you. People who understand your vision. Do you know that there is a vision you might have, but you may not be able to understand it well or interpret it well, but there are certain people who God will bring your way who will help you to interpret that vision. As a matter of fact, you cannot say, I have this vision, nobody needs to work on it, nobody needs to hear it, nobody needs to know what I'm working on, because ultimately every vision is a vision to better the lives of people. Everything you want to do is something to contribute to the lives of people, and as such, you need people. Let me say this again, you need people. That person you have stopped picking their calls might be valuable to you. That person you have stopped responding to might be valuable to you. That person you are looking down on and treating as trash, that person will one day be a blessing to you. Stop looking down on people. Stop treating people like they don't matter. People matter. People matter. Go back and pick that person's call. Go back and reach out to that person. Go back and respond to that message. Don't feel too big about it. Don't feel like only you matter. Everyone matter. People matter. And that is something you have to internalize, because you cannot look down on people. These people include, some of them are mentors, some of them are spiritual leaders, some of them are friends, some of them are family members, all right? So please, whether they are family members, whether they are friends, whether they are mentors, whether they are your leaders, whether they are role models, whatever category they fit into, always remember that networking is key. You need people. The Bible said that one will chase 1,000, but two will chase 10,000. Mathematically, there is no way to really make that work. But you see, there is no mathematics that will make 1,000 and plus 1,000 to become 10,000. But there is power in synergy. You need to connect with somebody who knows the way. You need to connect with somebody who knows how. Who knows how? The Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 15 that the labor of the foolish wearieth everyone, because he knoweth not how to go into the city. When you do not know the way, you cannot take the lead. When you do not know the way, you miss out on opportunities. That is why I am telling you, you need people. You need to network with people. That person you have been neglecting, stop neglecting that person. There is nobody who is useless. Let me say this again. Nobody is useless. That person you might have tagged useless is useful for something. Very useful for something. So stop looking down on people. Love people. Reach out to people. Welcome people. Understand. Hear them out. I know you are smart. I know you are cerebral. Very intelligent. But listen to people. Listen. That person, they might see this from a perspective that you never ever saw something from. And because of that, it will be a blessing to you. Do you understand? I hope you do. All right. So I've talked to you about number 2, obstacle to fulfilling destiny. Can I tell you about number 3? All right. So number 3 obstacle to fulfilling destiny is sentiment. Sentiment. When I talk about sentiments, I'm talking about your feelings, your emotions, things you are not able to control, like feelings of how will people expect me to do something like that? Very funny question. What will people say if they see me doing that? How will people feel when they see that I'm doing this kind of menial task? What will people say if they see, oh, this person is suffering? What does it matter? People have perished so much because of what will people say. And you don't want to be in that number, right? You don't want to be in that number. Let me tell you, anything that you are doing with your hands that is legitimate, that is morally correct, and you are making money from it, please be proud of it. Be proud of it. Don't be ashamed of it. If you are clean, clean with dignity. That is your level as for that time. And you will not be there forever. There is no legitimate job, no legitimate work that you are doing that you should be ashamed of. Be proud of what you do to make a living. As long as it is legitimate, as long as it is morally good, as long as it is godly. Don't go ahead and just be shy. What will people think if they see that I'm frying akara? What will they think if they see that I'm roasting corn? And so what? Those same people, have they given anything to you? Have they contributed anything to your life? So what would what they say matter? How will it matter? So brush off those sentiments, throw away those sentiments, and understand who you truly are. Have this conviction and confidence that what you are doing, you are only doing it for a while so that you can survive, so that you can thrive, so that you can take care of yourself, and things will certainly get better. So don't be ashamed of anything you are doing. Sentiments. What will people say? How would they feel if they see me doing this kind of job? How would they feel if they see me doing this? They'll say, oh, is this what I'm doing now? What does it matter? How does it matter? It doesn't matter. Go ahead and do what you have to do. You'll say, oh, if I do it like this, people will say it's not perfect. When did we ever become perfect? We are all striving towards perfection, but we are not perfect. So what are you doing now? Do it with all your might. That's what the Bible says. That whatsoever you are found to do, do it with all your might. Don't do it half-baked. Don't do it lackadaisically. Do it with all your might. Do it like your life depends on it. And when you keep doing it that way, you discover that people will begin to rally around you. People that matter, people that can help advance what it is you are doing. As long as what you are doing is legit, go ahead and do it. Don't be ashamed. Never be ashamed of what you do. As long as it is a godly thing, as long as it's a legit work. Please don't be ashamed of it. Be proud of what you are doing, because many people have not been able to fulfill their destiny simply because they are considering, what will people think about this? What will they feel about it? And if they look at me, they will say, oh, this kind of fine girl is doing this kind of job. It does not matter at all. Forget it. Okay? Just forget it. All right, so number 4 obstacle to fulfilling your destiny is what I call fear. Now, it may sound like the sentiment, but it's a different kind of emotion altogether. Fear commonly is said to be false evidence appearing as real. All right, fear makes you redundant. Fear makes you not to be able to do what you got to do because you are afraid. All right, some people have different kinds of fear. There is what we call the fear of failure. People are so afraid to fail that they end up not even trying. Now, because you don't want to make a mistake, you say, oh, what if I write this book and this book does not turn out well? But who told you that everything in your brain is a waste? All right, there is still something in your brain that you can contribute to your world by penning it down, by writing it down, by publishing it in a book. All right, you have something to give to your generation. So why are you shying away? Why are you just being afraid of failure? Listen to me. Failure simply shows that you are doing something. There is nobody who is doing nothing who failed. Because what did you fail at? If you start to do something and then as you are doing it, you didn't get it right, that's when we can say you have failed. And to fail is still better than not doing anything at all. That is why you have to guard up your loins. You have to ginger yourself up and go ahead and do exactly that thing you are afraid of doing. Because you may be afraid of failing, but listen to me, that failure does not matter. And if you have failed before, let me tell you that failure is not your personality. Failure is just an event. Failure is just a happening. It is not the definition of who you are. It is not the definition of who you can become. So you failed? And what about it? Try again. I always tell people that the only way to overcome defeat is to repeat. The only way to overcome defeat is to repeat. If you can hear me loud and clear, please type it in the chat room, in the comment section right now. So the only way to overcome defeat is to repeat. Keep doing that thing over and over again until you get it right. Another fear that people usually have is the fear of rejection. What if people do not accept what I put out into the market? What if people do not accept my business? What if people do not accept my music? What if people do not accept my books? Listen to me. How would you know if they will accept it if you have not put it out there? So go ahead and put it out there. Even if you put it the first one out before and somehow along the way it was rejected, that does not mean that the next one will be rejected. Okay? They have seen things that did not work out the first time. By the time they were put out the second and third time, they eventually became relevant. So please, I want to beg you, stop having this fear of rejection. Stop having this fear of rejection. They will reject me. They will not accept me. Please just keep trying. Keep pushing. Keep doing it. One day, as a matter of fact, even those who rejected you will eventually accept you, because they would have looked at you and they're like, oh, eventually this person is actually good at what they're doing. I've seen people who rejected somebody at the initial stage, but when they saw the person improving, developing, doing well, eventually they accepted that there is something good and powerful about this person. So please do not reject yourself, even when people have rejected you. So people rejected you, okay, but then after they have rejected you, you don't reject yourself. You keep pushing. You keep striving. You keep doing whatever you need to do so that you can become all that you are meant to be. Keep pushing so that you can fulfill your destiny. Don't just park your car there and like, oh, I am so scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't allow fear to take over you. All right? Don't allow fear to overwhelm you. Fear can be cast out. Fear can be overcome. I always tell people that people who are able to fulfill their destiny is not because they lack fear. They simply overcame their fear with courage. Their courage was speaking louder than their fears. Did they have fears? Yes, they have fears. I have fears. Everyone has fears. But you can allow your fears to paralyze you, or you can get up and tell your fear, I am coming with courage, and my courage is going to overwhelm you. My courage is going to overtake you. Can I tell you that the dominion of light over darkness is instant? Let me say that again. The dominion of light over darkness is instant. If you heard me loud and clear, please type it in the comment section so I know you heard me loud and clear. The dominion of light over darkness is instant, which means that the moment you are in a very, very dark room, the moment light comes into that dark room, automatically light overwhelms darkness. Light overtakes darkness. That is how I know that the dominion of your courage over fear is instant. Make sure that your fear is paralyzed by your courage. Tell yourself you can make it. Tell yourself you can do it. Tell yourself you are an overcomer. Tell yourself you are capable. Tell yourself you are strong. Tell yourself that you are incredible at what you do. Listen to me. People may look at you and think that you are not enough, but you are enough. You are more than enough. That is what brings me to the other kind of fear, the fear of inadequacy. Many of us feel that like we are not good enough for the work that is set before us, or we are not powerful enough to fulfill our destiny. But listen to me, nobody can walk that walk better than you do. Nobody can fulfill your destiny better than you do. You were meant for this. You were born for this. You were made for this, and you can fulfill your destiny. All you have to do is to vanish fear, to destroy fear, that fear of inadequacy, those silent voices that are telling you that you're not good enough, telling you that you're not capable, telling you that you cannot do what you are meant to do. Please ignore them, all right? Look at them and just ignore them. Don't focus on them, and focus on what truly is your destiny, what truly is your purpose in life. Focus on it. Let fear pass with the past. All right, allow your fear to pass, because one thing about fear is that what you feared before, you may not be able to fear it again today. So time can take care of your fear. Let me say it again. Time can take care of your fear if you are willing to work on it. So work on that fear and banish it to where it rightfully belongs. Is that okay? All right, so let's talk about number 5. Number 5 obstacle to fulfilling your destiny is what I call lack of relevant skills. Lack of relevant skills. As a matter of fact, there is a skill required to be able to do anything that God has asked you to do. There is a particular skill, a peculiar skill for a peculiar destiny. There is a particular skill for a particular destiny. You have to figure out, what skill do I need in order to become this version of myself? What skill do I need to be able to fulfill the destiny that God has given to me to fulfill? Have you not read the Bible, where the Bible says, occupy till I come? The master of the house is saying to you today, occupy till he comes. He is coming. Whether we like it or not, he is coming. But he wants you to occupy till he comes. What are you doing to occupy? What are you doing to occupy? Many people are just striving, working out, and then at the end of the day, they're doing nothing. You have to occupy till he comes. And a relevant way, a powerful way to do that is to acquire relevant skills. So are you born to preach? Then go and work on your communication skills so that when you are saying one thing, people are not hearing another thing. If you are born, you have a destiny of cooking or entertaining people with food, please go and learn how to cook. Don't say, oh, cooking is my destiny. And whenever you cook, there's either too much salt or too much pepper or too much oil that people have to be sieving oil out of the food. That is not the right way to do it. So if you know what you have been called to do, figure out for yourself what are the relevant skills necessary in order to fulfill this particular call. So I want to ask you, what were you born to do? Let me know in the comment section. I would love to read it. All right. Let me know what you were born to do. And then what are the relevant skills that you are putting in place to make sure that that thing you are born to do is being fulfilled. All right, so that thing can be fulfilled. What are the relevant skills you are bringing to fore? What are the relevant skills? Is it a communication skill? Is it emotional intelligence? Is it ability to show understanding? Is it listening ability? Is it a computer skill? Is it something you need to know about video editing or graphics editing? Or what are the skills that you need to have? Is it singing? Is it having a good voice? Is it voice training? Whatever it is, go ahead and learn it. As a matter of fact, if you do not specialize, you'll be hanging around in life like that. So you need to specialize. Find out what are the relevant skills that are necessary in order to fulfill this particular kind of destiny that God has given to me. Listen to me. Each and every one of us, we are uniquely created. There is something that God has ordained you to do that I have not been ordained to do. And there is something I have been ordained to do that you have not been ordained to do. A lady in my life, her name is Eunice. All right, so I was just having a conversation with her this afternoon, and we were talking about what she was doing. She started a new business, and so I was asking her, what are you doing? How are you doing this? And what of this other dimension, that other dimension? Won't you get tired and stuff? She was like, oh, I love to cook. And I was like, what? She said, when she's tired, she goes to cook. When she is tired, have you seen something like that before? When she's tired, she cooks to relax. That's amazing. That does not work for me at all. So I cook well, but I do not cook when I am tired. I don't do that. Now, there are other things I do when I'm tired. I can sing, I can make music when I'm tired. Those are my happy places. But cooking, that's not for me. But for her, yes, it is what she loves to do. So she cooks for commercial purposes. She cooks for people in large groups. She cooks for individuals who want some food. She even has a garden now where she makes food. And that's beautiful. You see, what she needs, the relevant skill she needs to be able to fulfill her destiny is not the same thing I need to fulfill my own destiny. All right. So I have a couple of skills that I need to work on in myself to be able to fulfill my own peculiar kind of destiny. While what she needs to do is to learn different recipes, learn how to make this wonderful food, and then keep making them, all right? So you need to understand that for some people like me, I have been given a microphone for my destiny. For some people like her, she has been given a cooking spoon, and no one is bigger or better than the other. Every one of us are simply fulfilling destiny in our own peculiar area of calling. So learn the relevant skills that you need to be able to fulfill your peculiar kind of destiny. All right? Are you getting it? I hope you are. All right, let's talk about number 6. Number 6 obstacle to fulfilling your destiny. Number 6 obstacle to fulfilling your destiny is finances. So I know everybody's going to be like, oh, that's the main one. That's the main one. But listen to me. Finances, like it's called, is also referred to as currency. And as currency, it flows to those who know how to make it. So money is finances, finances is currency, and currency flows like current. So if you want the currency to come your way, you need to figure out what to do in order to allow that flow to happen. Now, you have a destiny, you have something you want to do with your life, but then you are lacking the requisite finances to be able to do it. Sit down and ask yourself, There is a difference between passion and profession. Let me say that again. There is a difference between passion and profession. Your passion may be your profession. Your profession may be your passion, but there are situations when your passion is not your profession. Let me say that again. Your passion can be your profession, but there are situations when your passion is not your profession. In that situation, you have a passion, and that's distinct, and you also have a profession. And why do you have a profession? You have a profession so that you'll be able to make money, you'll be able to make finances, you'll be able to make currency flow in the direction of your passion. So listen to me. Many of you young people, you are talking about your passion, but you need to also talk about your profession, because passion is not enough. Sometimes there are times when passion will not put food on your table. There are times when your passion will not be able to be speaking at that time. Let's take, for instance, you are a singer. You love to sing. You sing beautifully. But at the moment, your music is not making money for you, in the sense that your music is not out there. There are no royalties coming in. You are not being invited to sing the songs that you love to sing. Then what do? You need a profession. You need a job, a work, something to do while and use it to push and promote your passion. That is what you need to do. So many people just focus on, it's my passion, it's something I was born to do, it's something I love to do. But listen, chill, okay? Chill and hear me out. You need your profession to push your passion. You need your profession to promote your passion. So find something else you can be doing and you can be paid for, while you use that to push and promote and work on your passion. So finances come to those who understand this. Currency flows to those who understand what money is all about. Don't be there and you're saying, I want money to fall down from heaven. Money is not going to fall down from heaven. Even if you're the best prayer warrior on earth, money will flow from heaven through your profession into your life. So please find something to do. And like I said before, anything that you are doing that is legit, go ahead and do it with dignity. Don't ever be ashamed of what you have been called to do, okay? Don't ever be ashamed of a good job that you know you are doing. Please, it's so important that you relax and do that job. And because of that profession, you'll be able to promote and push and forward your passion. Passion is good. Passion is beautiful. Passion is something you live for. As a matter of fact, you might even have a profession that you're not very happy about, but then you know that this profession I'm not very excited about is pushing the passion that I am interested in. Because if you do not have finances, you are just like a beautiful, glorious car without an engine. And what is the use of a beautiful car without an engine? What makes a car beautiful is not just the body of the car, but also the powerfulness of the engine, to be able to drive the car where people will see it, in places where it will be able to make the life of the owner useful. So don't sit out there and say, it's my passion, I'm going to wait for when it will speak. I know the Bible says the vision is for an appointed time. At the end it will speak. But please don't wait till you are old and gray and you say at the end. You don't want to die before your vision begins to speak, right? So please, it is important that you act with wisdom. The Bible says that wisdom is profitable to direct. So please, whatever you do, do it with lots and lots and lots of wisdom. Now, the final thing I'd like to share with you as an obstacle to fulfilling your destiny is not conquering your flesh. Let me say that again, not conquering your flesh. Now, I know it might sound like something you will hear on a Sunday morning, but please, your flesh needs to be conquered. When your flesh is not conquered, you'll be having a lot of moral issues, okay? You'll be having a lot of issues out there. People will be looking at you like you are one irresponsible, indisciplined person, all right? So you have to package yourself up. Please allow discipline to come into your life. Engage in self-discipline. There are people who are very experts at disciplining other people, but they cannot discipline themselves. It is important that you discipline yourself. Apostle Paul came to a point in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 27 where he said that he cast his body down, okay? He cast down everything that will try to stop him. He knows that he does not want to be a castaway at the end. So what does he do? The Bible says that Apostle Paul said he brings his body under subjection. He casts down his body to obey him. All right? You cannot keep obeying your flesh or obeying your body. Your body is meant to obey you. Let me say that again. You cannot keep obeying your body and obeying your flesh. Your flesh has to obey you. That is why you cannot allow your flesh to deceive you. You cannot allow yourself to be controlled by just feelings, what you want, what the body wants. As a matter of fact, let me tell you, the body wants to sleep. Anytime you see a person, the body wants to sleep. The body wants to rest all the time. But you don't want that to happen, right? You don't want that to be the story of your life. You don't want the story of your life to be told shabbily. And so what do? You have to stand up. You have to push yourself up. You have to discipline yourself. It was a wise man who said that discipline is the soul of an army. Another wise man said that discipline makes a mob to become an army. Wow! Discipline makes a mob to become an army, which simply means that you see the mob, you know the characteristics of a mob. Mob is an uncontrolled set of people who have weapons and looking for people to destroy. But an army have a purpose, all right? That an army is focused. An army obeys commands. An army is disciplined. So discipline is the difference between a mob and an army. So discipline is the difference between where you are right now and where you ought to be. So please get discipline. Get discipline. Discipline yourself. And most importantly, another thing you cannot allow your flesh to do is to be lazy. I said it. There are some of you that are so lazy. To bath is a problem. To stand up from your house and do what you have to do is a problem. You love sleep. Hey! You love sleep so much that you sleep like sleepers. You sleep like sleepers. Don't sleep like sleepers. So, let me say it again. Don't sleep like sleepers. If you don't know what sleepers is, flip-flops, right? Don't sleep like sleepers. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up and do what you have to do. Wake up and fulfill your destiny. Wake up and become the very best version of yourself. Stop sleeping too much. Some of you sleep as if you are competing with the dead. And you are not competing with the dead. You are an alive person. You are alive. You are healthy. So wake up. Stop sleeping like that because you have a destiny ahead of you. And one of the greatest mistakes that we make, that humanity makes, is to assume that we have all the time. Let me say this again. One of the greatest mistakes that we make as human beings is that we assume that we have all the time. Tomorrow is not promised. We don't have all the time. What we have is now. And let us make use of now like it matters. Let us make use of now like it is important, like it matters. Don't go there and just you relax and you're like, oh, time, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the day after tomorrow. Procrastination. Some of you are master procrastinators. And that's not what you want to know. Or you don't want, that's not what you want people to know about your life. Okay? Don't stop procrastinating. Stop allowing your flesh to control you. Some of you, because you cannot control your flesh, you find yourself in a lot of wrong things. You have morality issues. You are being found everywhere. People are sinning and doing stuff. See, you cannot be sinning against God and expect not to sink in life. Let me tell you again. You cannot be sinning against God and expect not to sink in life. So live your life right. Connect to God because only He can help you. See, the destiny before you is sure. The destiny before you is powerful. The destiny before you is true. But only you can make sure that it works out well if you do what is right. And what is right? Make up your mind to live right. Make up your mind. Connect to God and He will help you. The psalmist said that your word have I hid in my heart that I may not sin against you. There is a reason, that something that there's a connection you have with God that will help you in your life so that you don't begin to live your life according to the flesh. So that you're in control of your body. Your body is not in control of you. These are the few obstacles I decided to share with you. I said that number 1 is a problem of self. I said number 2 that is lack of networking. Number 3, I said sentiments. Number 4, I talked about fear. Number 5, I talked about the lack of relevant skills. Number 6, I talked about finances. And number 7, I talked about your flesh. You can overcome all of these obstacles, and then you can become the very, very best version of yourself. I believe in you. I believe in what you can become tomorrow. I believe in all that God has made you to be. That is why I know that you will receive this message and then you will walk with it. You will remove all of these obstacles from your life, and then you begin to excel and begin to fly in life. I can't wait to hear your testimony. I can't wait to hear your success story. I can't wait to watch you on the news as somebody who has made it, because I know in my heart that it won't be long. You will testify in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for watching Checkpoint today. This is all I decided to bring for you on Checkpoint today, and I hope you were thoroughly blessed. All right, so I can't wait for your good news. Let me know how this message has blessed you. If it has blessed you, drop some comments in the comment section below, and I will read every one of them and say thank you to you. Thank you so much for watching Checkpoint today, and until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. Cheers. I love you. Everyone, I hope you were blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, you will be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.